Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the 360 is the now, PS3 is the future. I am your host, DLB. Make sure you guys check out my blog at blog.myspace.com/PlayStation 3. You can also catch that in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. But I want to continue off of where I was at as far as the comparison of the two systems. Like the title says, the 360 is now, PS3 is the future. And like I was saying in the previous video, you know, between the games and everything that's coming out right now for the 360, it's the system right now. It's the system everybody wants to get. And rightfully so. Everybody says it has a ton of games. It does have a ton of games. If you look at the games they have on the market right now, I mean, Gears of War is still a great game. Even though it came out last year, still a great game. BioShock, Halo, Mass Effect's coming. So there's great games on the system right now. That's why I say the 360, once again, is the now. The PS3 is the future. But let's talk more about why I consider the PS3 the future. If you look at Microsoft's lineup for next year, Microsoft doesn't have too many games, at least that we know of, for next year. But if you think about it, they've already delivered really their two heavy hitters, being Gears of War and Halo. So now that those two big cards are out of the picture, what else is going to draw people to the 360? I mean, literally, like, Sony hasn't even touched their catalog yet. They have not touched their catalog yet. All their games to this point, except for Genji, all their games to this point have been brand new IPs. Resistance, brand new IP. Motorstorm, brand new IP. Heavenly Sword, Lair, brand new IP. Now a lot of people may say Lair, blah blah blah. I checked the numbers this morning. The game has sold over 500,000 copies. That's pretty impressive for a video game. Once it sells 1 million copies, they've totally turned profit. If the game sells 1 million copies, they've did their job. Because if it sells 1 million copies, that's over $100 million. So say what you want about the game, it sold over 500,000 copies, so that's still a heavy hitter. Any game that sells over 500,000 is a heavy hitter. You sell over 1 million, you're doing damn good. So that's a new title. Drake's Uncharted, which is going to be a really great game. I'm pretty sure that one's going to sell well too. That's unreleased yet. So all these games that are coming out are brand new IPs. So basically, what am I trying to say? They haven't even touched their back catalog yet. Their system seller, so to speak. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is a $100 million game. Say it's kiddie if you want to, but that's what it does. It sells systems. It's proven to be a system seller. It sells over $100 million. It's a $100 million game, ladies and gentlemen. It's not by accident that they're trying to release it this Christmas. That's the first game, other than Genji, to come out of Sony's portfolio. But then, like I said before, 2008, nobody knows what Microsoft has going on in 2008. That's why I feel 2008 will be Sony's year. For numerous reasons. Number one, the new controller. Yeah, the 360 and the Wii, they have their rumble, but the PS3, it's the quote-unquote next-gen rumble. I mean, listen to the One Up podcast. Listen to the Next Gen podcast. Listen to all the podcasts that went over to the Tokyo Game Show. They've all said that they loved it. They said that it feels better than the 360 controller. I'm stating what they said. They're saying that it feels better than the 360 controller. It has the I'm shocked that Sony didn't touch more upon, but it does have, it does have the touch-sensitive rumble. When they were playing, they stated, One Up stated in their podcast when they were playing the Metal Gear Solid demo, you can feel which way bombs were hitting. You can feel which way you're getting shot from the left side, right side, top or bottom. Next Gen Rumble. That's pretty impressive to me, but that's just, it's not a game, but that's more momentum, basically is what I'm trying to say. That's more momentum going into 2008. You have the new controller coming out. You have PlayStation Home coming out, which is going to be huge. A lot of people don't think that's a big deal. Anybody who has a PlayStation 3 or is looking at a PlayStation 3, Home is definitely a big deal to that person. If you own a 360, I'm pretty sure you're probably biased about it, and since it's not on your system, you don't care. It's okay. Be honest. That's the way gamers tend to be nowadays. The fanboys term, I don't know where that came from, but it seems like there's a lot of them popping up. I mean, a lot of people would consider me one, but call me or do as if. But all I'm saying is that's what's going to happen. The PlayStation 3, they got the controller. They got Homecoming out, which is going to be huge. They got Infamous, Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain was that game with the girl crying, acting like she was basically, what is that called? Like she was acting a role trying to get an audition for a film. You got Part.2 from EA. That's supposed to be an exclusive, but seeing that it's EA, I highly doubt it is staying exclusive. You got Final Fantasy Versus. You have Tekken 6, The Getaway, 8 Days, Little Big Planet, Killzone, LA Noire, the Rockstar exclusive, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Online, GT5, SOCOM, The Agency, Resistance Fallen Man 2, Jak and Daxter. All these huge games. People are like, wait, Jak and Daxter, what the hell? Once again, another $100 million selling game on the PS3. These are titles that are supposed to come out next year, ladies and gentlemen, in 2008. Plus, what I believe will be another price cut in March. And if there is another price cut in March, and supposedly Sony's going to have a big announcement on October 12th, 2007, which is in a couple of days. Because right now, when I'm recording this, it's October 1st. So on October 12th, which is Friday of next week, there's supposed to be what Sony is calling a Big Bang conference. I don't know if Sony's calling it that or if that's the media calling it that. But they're having a huge conference next week. And if Sony does unveil the 40 gigabyte PS3, which I believe they will, next year there's going to be, because if you look at Sony's patterns, every console, even with the PSP, a price cut is announced either in March or around about March. So you get Metal Gear Solid, you get the Rebel controller, and you get a PS3 with a discount. Systems are flying off of shelves. Systems are flying off of shelves. Because keep in mind, if the 40 gigabyte is still around then, and if the 80 gigabyte, I'm pretty sure, will be around then, take this in account. The 40 gigabyte, if it's released, if Sony says it's coming out this year, everybody's saying it's supposed to come out November 16th. If the 40 gigabyte PlayStation 3 comes out this year, it'll retail at $399. That's $400. The 80 gigabyte is going to retail at $499. That's $500. So then you go around to March, where I believe there will be another price cut. That means that 40 gigabyte, yep, you got it, it's going down to $299. And you got that 80 gigabyte, that's going down to $399. I don't care what anybody says. Any PlayStation 3, even the 20 gigabyte PlayStation 3, any PlayStation 3 at $299 not only is a huge deal, but it's a must-have. You start doing specs, once you get the PS3 the same price as the 360, it's over. It's clearly over. You do hardware versus hardware and games versus games, it's over. Because developers, they're talking about, and you're starting to see convert back over to the PlayStation 3. Burnout is developed on the PlayStation, developed on the PlayStation 3 and is being ported over to the 360. Devil May Cry on the PS3 being imported to the 360. The new Tom Clancy game, End of War, developed on the PS3, being ported over to the 360. What's happening is the 360 developers don't know how many hard drives are in 360 systems. But I'll talk about that in the next video. PlayStation 3 versus 360, the next part 3 coming soon. Stay tuned. I'm your host DLB. Check out the blog.